Alright guys, what's going on, and welcome back to episode 3 of my Ironman series. So we're going to pick things up straight where we left them off, and this is the final conclusion of what I got from the inventory of fire strikes that I brought to this place. And as you can see, no rune skimmy, so I decided to drown my sorrows by heading into the sewers of Ardi and getting the Plague City quest done nice and quickly. A nice little distraction if you ask me, but then properly geared up and got ready to go out once more with 1500 fire strikes at my ready, and to try my luck once again. The rune skimmy being a 1 in 128 drop rate, I think. Testing the luck isn't something that favors everybody, and for me, luck wasn't on my side this trip, however, as I was met with a lot of disconnects. The servers weren't exactly in tip-top shape, but I did manage to get myself a loop key, and in the end, this is the final inventory that I got. So, a few useful herbs, a fire battle staff that I can't elk right now, but should come in handy at some point, but still, it's not the sword that I was going for. So, it was kind of the decision right now where this is all the runes I had left in my bank, and it was the time to decide whether or not I would be going back to the silk stall. So, in a moment, you will see if I get a happy ending at the end of this story. Alright, so there it is. Finally, the rune scimitar, after around 4500 fire strike casted, finally get that nice little blue curvy sword that every Iron Man in the beginning kind of dreams of getting. But at this point, I was kind of burnt out of fire giants, and I wanted just a nice relaxing place to train. So I dazzled my brain, and in the end I came to the conclusion that why not, let's go train on some rock crabs. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be a shock to the system to anybody, but I don't know. Like, when it comes to training efficiently and stuff, there's only so much of it I can really handle, and I'm not the kind of person that can endure just torture forever. And the reason why I come to rock crabs is not because it's a time and place for me to get all grindy and all EHP nutcase kind of situation. It's a place where I can come and kind of just chill out a bit. I don't know if you guys ever get the feeling that the training methods you're using are kind of exhausting, but rock crabs definitely doesn't not fall under that category. So I come here if I ever feel like I need to just slow down a bit and just fucking put the brakes on just for a second and just train at a slower pace and just enjoy the ride, as opposed to, keep the foot down the whole fucking way and crashing and burning at some stage, which I'm pretty good at doing that on different accounts. But with this one, I wanted to just play a kind of like an on-off kind of game, put my training methods on cruise control at times, but at the same point, the good thing about this area is that the experience isn't too bad. As you see, I'll be getting 45 strength pretty shortly, but the reason why I'm not doing Slayer currently is because I want to get to the point where I can use items like a Dragon Scimitar, for example, and actually do a decent amount of damage. From what I've seen, Slayer at lower levels, especially if you have really bad gear, pretty much isn't worth doing. So that's basically the main reason why I'm actually just staying in this area here. And I don't know, if you ever want to come to this area, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're really low level. Killing 2 rock crabs is pretty easy to do, and unless you're really horrible stats like I am at this point, there's no real point coming here. But it kind of fits the glove. What? I have a hand, and this is the glove that fits it. Anyway, but yes, I like to come here, and this is just a quick showcase of how to reset. I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone rock crabs, but if you do want to try it out, I guess I'll show you guys how to quickly reset these guys. But I don't think I'm going to stay here a huge amount of time, but I'll see how I go. But after I do this, I really want to get some quests underway. It's a matter of time to see how this all really starts to unfold. Okay, so I didn't actually stay there as long as I thought I would, but I decided to go and do a few quests. This is live, of course, but I will be doing a few more quests after this. Murder Mystery is good because it enables me to spin flax instantly. I don't need to do any glass making or cowhide tanning and making into leather. So that's super handy. Oh no, it automatically drops up for you. But I'm now going to move on to Merlin's Crystal, and in turn I'm going to do the Holy Grail quest. Hopefully that'll get me to 40 defense. I can't exactly remember what I get from it, but I kind of want to do some quests that'll get me some combat related XP, so I can go ahead and do Dragon Slayer when the time comes. I don't exactly want that quest done, but the benefits of the experience that you get upon completion are too good to ignore. So I'm going to get stuck into some questing. and I will talk to you guys in a moment. Okay, so Melon Crystal is done, 6 quest points and Excalibur, which is great. But what is a little better is the Holy Grail quest, which is also complete. That beautiful XP drop, 26k in between 2 skills, and 2 skills that I really value getting higher. So 31 prayer, that is sick. That gives me ultimate strength. I think I was level 20 prior to that. And 7 defense levels. So I just went up 3 combat levels, which is awesome. So now I got to think of what I need to do next. I kind of don't know if I need all these items, but I'm sure time will tell if that's the case. But anyway, I'm going to move on to another quest. Alright, so after my questing, I decided to go and train a bit of fire making, wood cutting, and fletching. Even though the levels are, significantly increased from the last time you would have seen them at like 1 and stuff. This actually did not take very long at all. So I didn't think to include those clips, but basically, if you watch the previous clip of me hopping worlds, picking up that 4 log spawn in Lumbridge Castle, I essentially did that till 15 fire making, as well as the fletching level required for oak short bows. Then I just went outside Lumbridge and then just started selling them to the store. I've got a few in the bank, but these longbows were from when I was picking up the logs and crafting those into longbows when arrow shafts were no longer the flavor of the month. So moving on right now, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in terms of prayer XP, because I need to get 43 before I would like to do some quests. I understand you can do things like Monkey Madness without it, but I think it's just a luxury that's it's not too far out of the way to get, and it just makes it so much easier for so many different quests. So 43 prayer is definitely my top priority right now. It's just the method of which I'm going to use to obtain it is the next question I need to ask myself. I've been thinking about doing Chaos Druids for herbs and also just burying the bones. So I'm also looking to get my attack up to 60. So on the completion of Monkey Madness, I'll be able to use my D-Skimmy instantly. I haven't even thought about the 100k I need to make, but I feel like that's going to be the lesser of 2 evils when it comes to grinding. But yeah, I need to figure out how to get prayer. I have no idea how to approach it, if I should go and do lava dragons and get D-bones, but I'm sure I'll think of something, but it just hasn't come to me just yet. Alright, so I'm going to try and use a method I've never done before, and I don't know how successful I will be with this, but to train my prayer for at least for a little bit, maybe 1000 XP or so, I'm going to be hunting dark cabots or something around 33 hunter that I don't exactly have right now. But whatever they are, they're in the Felltip Hills area. So when I go there, I'll be hunting a few birds for a little bit. Oh, a genie. It's a shame that I can't get a bit more use out of them than just 110 Slayer XP. But level 12 Slayer, nothing to complain about. I still haven't trained the skill yet, and I'm level 12, so I'm happy with that. I accidentally used my minigame teleport for pest control as opposed to Castle Wars, so I'm just doing a few quests around the Falador area, Pirate's Treasure as well as Doric's Quest. So whilst I wait for the cooldown to kind of reset, I'm just going to be getting the resources for those 2 quests to be complete, and hopefully they by the time I'm finished, I can probably go on to Castle Wars. So if not, I'll probably just do Gertrude's Cap, but I think these 3 quests are going to be the 3 I'm doing over the next 10 to 15 minutes. So a few of them actually, I think Gertrude's Cat will actually get me 15 cooking from where I'm at, which will be absolutely sick. So quests early game are proving to be extremely useful, and I'm glad I'm actually doing them. So I'm going to go ahead and do those 3 quests, and then I'll get back to you guys. Let's see how ugly my cat is. I want like a straight white or a straight black one, but whatever. I guess this one will do. Get the small cooking thing. I'm surprised I only got 13 out of that, but no, I'm happy with that overall. So that's Gertrude's Cat, Pirate's Treasure, as well as something else, Doric's Quest, out of the way. So now I have my teleport ready, and I can go begin to start hunting these cabots. And I'm kind of nervous. I don't think it's actually going to be that good. But if it is, I'll sure as hell let you know either way, I guess. But I think need to go and buy some supplies to get this done. And also remember how to speak properly. Okay, the moment of truth. Level 33 hunt is going to be done at this one. And barb-tailed cabbits is the name of the prey that'll be my next victim. So I did tropical wedge-tails, whatever these wankheads are called, until 33 from level 19, for those who are wondering. Not exactly sure how many people would want to know that and would be doing Ironman, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and test run these new cabbits. 168 XP each looks pretty good, but I did fail the first one. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to reset my hunter tracker thing, and we'll see how much XP per hour I get at such a low level. And I kind of want to compare the two because I get the feeling that these guys are really good if you manage to get them quite frequently, but if you go through a bunch of dry spells, I imagine it's going to be kind of poopy compared to swamp lizards. But I did them last time I trained hunter to 99, and I wanted a bit of a variety. So anyway, we're going to test these out and see how we go. Alrighty, so I've been doing this for quite some time. Don't know why I kind of went into Ned Flanders mode, but I've been swapping places quite frequently because I got frustrated with all the different, I don't know, disadvantages of each location. The problem with some of these locations are if the rock is facing this way, if it's like a grain of rice facing, what? That wouldn't make a difference. If you're facing north and it's not a subtraction sign thing, I don't know, I hope you understand what I mean by that. But if it's facing like this, the cabbits actually will get stuck in these two tiles here. It's a bit fiddly to demonstrate what actually happens, but they go to jump into the thing and then they get stuck. But with this one, for the most part, whenever they want to go inside the trap, they won't, have any potential of getting stuck. I think it's to do with the whole trapping mechanics that monsters have from north to south. I could demonstrate that a bit better if I was in a better location, but I think you're just going to have to take my word for it for now. So this has been the rock that I've been camping at for a while. If you want a reference point and you want to do it yourself, I guess it's to the west of this little lake, and that's the hunter hut there, I think. I'm not too sure. But this will be the last cabbit until level 40, so the XP rate of 20k per hour that remained fairly consistent will now be kind of changed, I think. I think I can set up an additional trap right now, so hopefully that's right. Otherwise, I have to go to 43 with one trap the whole time, but oh my god, looks like I have to. So yeah, if you want a semi-accurate XP rate for this place, mine was about 20k per hour. If you're getting anything below 15k, I'd highly suggest swapping locations and finding a rock that works better. But anyway, that's enough blabbering out of me. I'll join you guys once I've actually capped off 43. And there it is, 43 hunter. So I'm going to be doing cabbits for quite a while after this. Alright, I'm going to be doing cabbits that don't have barbs in them in the future now. So what that means is that I'm no longer be setting up traps at these boulders. I'm actually going to be going to the Falconry area, and if you're not familiar with that, I'll give you a little glance when I get there. But basically that's the area in which I'll be hunting until probably fairly high hunter. I'd have to check if I'm totally honest, but at least 60, and I'm pretty sure almost even 70. But if I look in the hunter guide, I'll be doing these bad boys here, the spotted cabbits, and then after that, the dark cabbits. So that shall be the area of choice for the time being. So it will take quite some time to do all this, but hunter's a skill that I really want to get higher because the benefits of it will greatly improve my experience on this account. So I'm going to gear up for falconry, and I'll meet you guys in a minute. I can't quite remember what happens here, but I think if I jump in this whirlpool, I get teleported down to the base of the waterfall. So I hope that happens, otherwise I'll be pretty mad. Not that I'd lose a whole lot, but I prefer not to lose it. It's always nice to not. There we go, that's beautiful. So even though I do take a bit of damage, I consider that worth it completely. Okay, so I'm just approaching the, the falconry area. I probably should have used the spirit tree to get here, or the gnome tree, whatever it is, but I just teleported to the Barbarian Assault. These minigame teleports go on ham, but yeah, I'm going to be in this little playpen for quite some time, I think. There's no right click option. I have to go through some dialogue, but if you've never been here before, you need 500 GP every time you come here, but you can stay here infinitely or indefinitely once you have bought the Falcon, but if you leave the area, you lose it. So what I'll need to do is, he's holding his arm out, but he actually doesn't have, there it is. He doesn't change his stance at all, but whatever. Gonna borrow this guy's bird for a little bit and throw it at some rabbits for a bit. So this should be some good fun. I'll unequip this and get stuck into it, because I know if I don't, that commentating whilst doing gameplay where I have to think and read is just impossible. So I'm gonna be here for quite a while. As I said, I think I'm gonna stay here till about 63. The reason why I've chosen that is because that is the red chinchompers. If I do get burnt out, I think I can do orange salamanders or something along those lines. But long story short is I'm going to be here for quite some time, and it's going to be quite tedious. But the reason why I chose this area you're probably interested in is because of the prayer XP. Now, you probably don't think of it like prayer XP as being extremely valuable, but for this Iron Man at least, I really don't want to go and kill lava dragons right now. I just don't feel comfortable in the wilderness at all on this account, and I can't be risking my whole bank when my bank takes hours and hours to get. But the reason why I'm actually doing Hunter is because in the long run, I think it's going to be extremely beneficial. Once we hit 83 and DMs become a reality, getting alkables is going to be quite nice, and also unlocking the Amulet of Glory for Slayer, and obviously the teleporting thing also has a good benefit to it. So essentially the glory is the ultimate goal, but the alkables, along with the dragon daggers and things like that, are extremely useful no matter when, no matter what time I decide to get them. So getting them early is obviously going to be the greatest, because the longer I have a glory, for example, the more stuff I can get done earlier. So that is my reasoning behind training Hunter. It's one of those skills like agility that I just wanted to get up as early as I can. But with that in mind, I might take a rest for now on the odd recording and let myself slave away while you just watch a nice little neat transition.